So this is going to be our May edition of the hashtag Garden Tour Club 2024. We wanted to start out with these gorgeous tulips that are blooming with the red and the black. But anyhow, the Garden Tour Club is sponsored by Gales Southern Living. The link to the playlist for May will be down below in the description box. Also, if leave comments and go visit everybody else that's involved in this, leave comments, and you very well might be a winner of a prize. There are prizes being given out at the end of the month, and they will be done by a comment picker. And we'll be back in a bit here. So there's more of another of our tulip. This tulip actually looks a little like, yeah, this one's a little bit different. And then this will be yarrow that's coming up where the tulip is. And we want to show you our forget-me-nots. We got blue and pink forget-me-nots, which really took off this year. Last year they didn't pick up as well, so we're happy about that. And the bees have enjoyed them, so we're getting the pollinators for them. And well, there's even more forget-me-nots over there, and our great pyasis, we have a lot more than what I showed you in April. And the daffodils are looking a lot better and more in bloom. And we have what's called an honesty plant, which really is pretty and taken off. Where I have to ask Mrs. here. So that honesty plant, we're not sure whether it was seed that blew from wildflower seed packets or the bird seed that we have. But I wanted to show you the violas. Now we tend to get perennials, but violas are annuals. But when Kathy's husband was at Home Depot waiting online to buy dirt for her, and organic dirt for her, and he saw this and he just couldn't resist. He thought it was so pretty. I don't know if you can, I'm going to try and get close to this so you can see the yellow and the very center, and then the white and the deep purple. We just thought they were so pretty. And the lavender's coming along a lot better than what we showed you in April. And we'll be back. Okay, y'all. This is going to be part 2 of the papaya experiment. And we're getting dirt in our egg cartons again. Repurposing is called being useful.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Oh yeah, reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the expression. Mister doesn't know anything. So, they look wet.
How long have we had them in?
Couple weeks.
Not sprouting, but
Nothing sprouting. Didn't expect
fuzzy.
it though. They're fuzzy. Yes, they are. I don't know if you can tell that on the camera though. We got some fuzzy papaya seeds. I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, but they're definitely softer than they were when I put them in there.
Yeah, that's definite. But I'm sure the water got cold a couple nights.
That water is real cold.
Yeah, I was gonna say, 'cause well, heck, it was down to 33 last night, maybe colder. It's even chilly tonight, if you ask me.
It's still
Oh,
a little bit.
okay, a little bit. Well, I didn't say it was freezing, but it is cold. Of course, you're just in a sweater, and I'm wearing a winter coat. So that tells you the difference between Mr. and Mrs. Traveler.
See
So,
your seed in there, huh? This
are
is the
you
one too.
so you gonna cover that up somehow?
Yeah, somehow. Probably just get a piece of plastic. I might take these in the house since they're tropical.
Okay, so they are going in the house with us.
But
We're I shouldn't say we're planting. I should say Kathy's going to plant okra today.
I fill my pot. I put rocks in the bottom for the drainage, and I'm gonna put some organic matter in.
So there's the more organic matter.
Or leaf mulch. I really.
Now she's putting good old dirt in there, organic dirt. I think that's what you got, wasn't it?
Potting mix.
Okay, she got potting mix. She got what Walmart had. So that's the closest place to us that sells it. I did get some of the Black Cow organic dirt, which we also used. That had mushroom mulch in it, and we found that we have a bunch of mushrooms coming up in some of our stuff. And we will be showing you some of our plants. And you need to soak it said to soak the okra seeds overnight. So there's the okra seeds that once the pot's set up, Kathy will be planting. And right in front of me is some cucumbers that are coming up. And it was kind of an experiment with the cucumbers. Kathy wanted to see if planting them in a mini greenhouse or that would work better than, and I will show you over here. Please ignore the non-mowed grass, but it helps the pollinators out. She just planted some in a pot, and we have nothing coming up in this pot. So obviously it helps to put them under cover. All we got is a bunch of the helicopters in that pot.
Spacing the seeds down the middle. Maybe we should put them on two sides. That would be more seeds, huh?
I guess.
Yeah,
Kathy's changing her mind about how she wants to plant them. Yeah, probably, honey. I understand what you're saying now. I think you just threw one. We'll get okra coming up through the table. Though I don't think it grows that big.
No, I never planted okra in my life. I never even tasted an okra.
Yeah, we've never grew okra before, so we'll see how it comes up for us. I'm looking forward to tasting it, and I know it's good for us, so.
Oh,
Now she has to figure out where she's going to put this flower pot with the okra. And then over here, some stuff isn't coming up yet, but we do have the mixed sunflowers coming up big. Well, they're not big yet, but
bigger than anything else.
yeah, they're doing pretty well. And what is that?
Yeah, a bunch more. So
I don't know.
that's not from there.
Well, it was just laying down.
Probably.
So she decided that we're going to put the okra here.
Water for it. This one needs water too.
What is?
Like the cauliflower's coming up.
Looks like some cauliflower coming up here. Nothing down there. I think we planted tomatoes there, but they're not coming up yet. And the darn helicopter seed, maple helicopters are all over the place. We do have some cucumbers, pickled cucumbers, coming up in these two pots.
I wish they came up pickled.
Well, aren't they pickled?
I just call them pickles because they're a certain type they use for making pickles.
Yeah, I thought they were called pickling cucumbers.
They are.
There's a helicopter in there. And the carrots are even looking better than they were when I showed you in April. And we got our onions and radishes coming up. When do we get to harvest them?
Sometime this month. I think the 15th.
We get to harvest them on the 15th of May. So we might wait. We'll see before posting this. And what's this?
Those would be sweet peppers.
Sweet peppers.
I hope that's what's coming up, is it? I hope it's not just weeds.
Do you want me to get the phone and we can see? Okay, we'll be back. So we do have one cayenne pepper coming up, and then I will show you this. It's not what we want growing there. If you all can identify that, let us know. I'm hoping it's not what it's telling us, because we'll have the police showing up. So
Cucumber.
we have cucumbers coming up here.
This one is the celery, but I don't see any.
And doesn't look like our celery's coming up yet. We just don't have luck with celery. You want to leave thinking maybe we can open some? Oh, what's this, honey?
Sweet pepper.
We got sweet peppers coming up there.
Doesn't he do this? So I said I shouldn't have pulled these because they look like that.
Oh, she pulled some, but it kind of looks like that. Yeah, you should have taken a picture.
You did.
I didn't take a picture over here.
They were over there.
Oh. Yeah, the ones over in the pot said that they were day flowers.
I have no idea what that is.
We got a mushroom coming up. I'm going to take a picture to see what kind of. So we got some where we planted the milkweed. I don't know if you can see the tiny little plantings there. Our neighbor sells plants every year, and we always buy some. Last year she got a desert rose from him, which is a new addition to our garden. And then these are a real new addition. Do you know what any of this stuff is? And Kathy can't remember, so I'll take a picture here soon of this different stuff. but we bought this. We really like the container more necessarily than the plants this time, but as I said, I'll take a picture and see if we can identify some of the plants that we got going here now. So it's watering time. What's that, babe?
Dahlias.
That's a dahlia and some of our garden figurines. And then she planted hollyhocks in there, so we'll see if the seeds come up eventually. And our dill, man, that's doing awesome. And then we'll have some other stuff to show you that's new. And the raccoon's getting a bath now.
The basil is starting to come.
The basil is starting to come up, which we love basil. It smells good. And then there's our lavender, which we showed you before, and our cherry tree. Look at how far that's coming along. That's really got many leaves now. We're getting excited, folks. Maybe soon we'll be able to harvest things. And this flower here actually is cabbage. We let it go to flowering. So, and then we got a surprise the other day. We must have ordered a hummingbird mint and forgot about it. And so that was a nice surprise. So there's our hummingbird mint, which is a new plant for us. The blueberry trees are coming up better. They've grown some. Our peas are coming up. And then Mrs. transplanted the cucumbers that were in one of our mini greenhouses in here yesterday. So the cucumbers, the peas, they're all coming along. Blueberry bushes. So so far this year we're doing pretty good. And then these are the carrots, which are coming up. And that's still from last year. We didn't even have to plant the seeds this year. And then our radishes. How many more days till harvest for them?
It's like the middle of the month.
Okay, the middle of the month. Today is May 7th. So the middle of the month we can harvest them. I'm looking forward to that. I'm the radish eater. And then the pickled cucumbers are coming up even more. And then is this stuff we want?
That's the sweet peppers.
Here's the sweet peppers.
Like this one doesn't have anything. This one has a bunch.
And our rose bushes have really started coming back. And then in that pot, some more cucumbers. So we'll be eating plenty of cucumbers. Okay, so here's some forget-me-nots, which is what all those look like last year. So that's the second year forget-me-not. Here's the first year forget-me-not. And then this is some kind of lily that we actually got from our next door neighbor before they moved out. And as I showed you earlier, the forget-me-nots, but look at how they have really taken off and spread, which is good. We're happy. Oh, and there's actually a bee visiting the one. I don't know if I caught the bee. And then, we got the purple and the pink, but we also got some white forget-me-nots now. And there was another color, but I'm not seeing it, that Kathy found the other day. But anyhow, so this is known as a Sweet William catchfly, or just a catchfly, which came from our wild seed. I was told I can walk through here. And where are the chicks in the hens? We got some hens and chicks coming up. Chicken hens, hens and chicks. Kathy gives up on me, so she said whatever. And then the bush I was saying that's starting to bloom is our azalea bush. So as things progress, we will give you updates. And again, check out Gail Southern Living's playlist, which will be linked. And leave comments, because you might win something. Do you know what that is?
Just asked you if we ever figured it out.
Oh.
What
What are we planting here, honey?
This is my third and final attempt to grow clematis. If it doesn't take, I'm not trying again.
Unless somebody gives her ideas of what they really like or things to make them grow better, then she definitely will try again.
There is a lot of information, but I am clearing out a good area so I can put some good dirt down here. Hope that helps.
Here comes the good dirt. Shh. That can be loud. The whole neighborhood didn't have to hear that.
These are the color.
And they're called a what again? Calamittis?
Clematis.
Clematis. So are those bulbs then?
They're roots.
Oh, you plant the roots.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll add this dirt.
So is that going to be a climbing plant?
Yes, hopefully climb up this trellis.
Did you get all the morning glories out, or are those?
Maybe. There's some. They're growing over here. The morning glory. Ones I didn't pull. This is the first time I've gotten roots that actually have a piece of plant on them. So maybe I hope to have a little better luck. I'm going to put water in this hole. That's a piece of root there.
So Kathy got a new garden decoration just because her husband loves her, and he got that from Flippin' Crazy. Shout out to Flippin' Crazy. And we'll show you some new additions to the garden. These are shady plants, so the umbrella's up. What are these, Honey Bunch?
White one?
Yeah.
Impatiens.
These are impatiens. Here's some more impatiens.
Snapdragon.
Here's snapdragons, which are really cool looking.
I don't know what to do with the sticker for.
Ooh, what's that?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. I can't find the. Oh wait, maybe one of these.
That is
Oh, here it is.
gorgeous.
Dianthus.
Dianthus.
I'm not sure I'm pronouncing
And
it.
then more impatience and more snapdragons. Is that all you got yesterday, babe?
Yeah.
So there's more to our garden. So those going in the shade too, or?
They're going on the bottom of that table.
Oh, look at that. I tell you what, she is gonna have some great things. It looks like the violas still haven't recovered from that wind yesterday, huh?
Those ones did
The
better,
ones
but
hanging are doing better than the ones that are on the raccoon. We had some big gusts of wind yesterday,
they're dry.
even today.
Well, I keep waiting for the
Okay.
rain, and it keeps raining.
So for Mother's Day, Kathy got a pretty orchid, which is part of a garden, and she also got, what's that called, a nesting flower step, which eventually you will see in our garden update tours, whether it's May or June. She's working on it now, trying to figure it out. So she's a happy girl, and that's part of our May update too. So I wanted to show you our allium. Look at all that. We got, what, 6 flowers in full bloom. And as I said, I love the allium. Those we actually bought for me because I fell in love with them when we still lived in Pittsburgh. And our irises are budding and going to be in bloom. And then over here we have some milkweed coming up. Now this, of course, is hostas. I gotta get over to the area where the milkweed is. This is our milkweed, and then we have some that we planted from seed. I'm not sure what that is. I guess I don't know. I really don't know what that is. I'll be back. Hydrangea. Kathy's taking a picture. We think that's milkweed. And then over there is our
Common milkweed.
swamp milkweed. So we got common and swamp milkweed coming. We have Kathy transplanted some of her impatiens and dahlias into this. So that's up front now. And here we have an oxeye daisy. We have some more potatoes coming up, which come up every year. And oh, that's not what you planted. And that's the one I saw that something was coming in.
There's only one seed in the middle, and it was artichoke.
So what's probably weeds, huh?
Probably.
Take a picture though.
Like a
yeah, I was gonna say take a picture before you.
Well,
So we think, if I can get it in here, here it is, that might be an artichoke coming up. And we sure hope, because we like our artichokes. And so we will end here. I want to remind you again, as I've said before. Oh, and never mind. We got a wee teeny one coming up too. But check out Gail's Southern Living's playlist for the garden tours. And I have bugs climbing all over myself. Anyhow, check out Gail's playlist for the hashtag Garden Tour 2024. And know that if you need to use like raised beds to help get stuff closer to you, canes, walkers, whatever it is that helps you live your life to the best and get out and do things like that you want to do, like gardening for Kathy. I like enabling Kathy to garden as much as possible. It's not making you handicapped, it's making you handy capable.